Have you ever thought of the difference between a sibling and a spouse? What kind of relationship do you have with a sibling versus a spouse? You see, with a sibling, you have some type of close relationship, but not intimate. As a matter of fact, you have a relationship, and irrespective of what happens throughout life, that relationship will always exist. You've come from the same background and the same tree, and therefore the fruits that were developed, that blossomed throughout life, were the result of everything both of you have done together. That's what siblings do. They grow up together. And interestingly enough, when siblings haven't seen each other for a while and now they meet, so they come and they kiss, they hug each other, even if it's in the streets. And no one would ever think that it was inappropriate because they're siblings. But spouses, on the other hand, are different. You see, with a spouse, there's an intimacy that was developed. And this intimacy is kept private, not public. And this is why in some cultures, the spouses do not hold hands or kiss outside of their home, outside of their own private environment, because it's about intimacy. And their relationship that was developed in intimacy is kept intimate, as opposed to the intimacy which was overexposed by some people. Indeed, in some cultures you find that to the contrary, people who are dating or are married to each other, they do show the intimacy in front of everyone. They hold hands, they kiss, they even hug one another. Whether appropriate or not, that doesn't bother them or stop them. I like the idea that intimacy should be kept private. I like it because I think this is something of most value to the couple. Something that they share only with one another. Something that no one else would have access to. Being intimate with your spouse, meaning that only you two would ever have this relationship, and everyone else and everything else will be excluded. And it should be done in the privacy of the home, where the couple can be together at leisure. Now, you may not agree with this, and you might say, why? Why shouldn't we show our feelings and how we literally want to act with our friends the same way we do with our spouses? As a matter of fact, the argument could go even further by saying, to show the appreciation of your loved one, of your spouse, should really be done in public so that people can emulate this. But the answer is not correct. Intimacy is something that should be kept between human beings in private, in unison, but at the same time in close quarters. Animals do have relations with each other, any place, any time, anyhow, but not human beings. However, with the siblings, it's different. So this is food for thought. I'm not sure if you agree, but know that your creativity is divine. And at all time, you can be divine. You can touch the ultimate of divinity by being so modest about the things that you do with the people you love. Whether or not you come from such cultures or religion that promotes such intimacy done in private quarters as opposed to public, try it. I think you would be amazed how much more wonderful it becomes when in private you and your spouse exchange things just between the both of you and no one else. This makes it unique.
If you like what you've heard, please let us know by leaving a comment below. We would really appreciate if you would be kind enough to like, share, and even subscribe. Feel free to follow us on Facebook.